Hello everyone, today we're going to make a simple cookie cutter design on TinkerCAD. So to begin, you're just going to want to sign in, all that good stuff, get to the home page, and then hit create new design here. This will open up the 3D modeling software. So to begin, we have some basic shapes that TinkerCAD offers on the right hand side here. Otherwise, there's some more shapes. If you go under shape generator, it all has a pretty wide variety of shapes. But for this tutorial, I'm just going to use the basic shape. So we'll go ahead and use a star. So to begin, you're going to want to resize this to about 76 millimeters. So to do that, you're going to want to hit Shift and then click on one of these squares on the bottom. And then go out, drag it until you get to at least 76 millimeters. There you go, 76.02. Then we're going to want to select and then copy. So to do this, you just select your object, hit Control C, and then Control V twice. And just go ahead and reposition all of them. Okay, so now we're going to start on the outer wall of the cookie cutter. We'll use this star. You're going to want to make it 4 millimeters larger. So again, hit Shift, hit the square, and then bring it out 4 millimeters. There you go. And then we're going to want to drop the height down to 2 millimeters. There we go. And then for the inside, we're going to want to make this 4 millimeters smaller. So bring it in 4. There we go. And then we're going to want to bring it up to anywhere over 20 millimeters is fine. And then you're going to want to switch from solid to whole. So there we go. And then this third one you can just leave as is. This will be the inner wall. So now you're going to want to select all your objects. Come up to the top right, hit Align. Then you're going to want to hit this middle circle and then this middle circle. That will align all the objects together. So that looks pretty good. Now you're going to want to reselect all your objects. Come up to the top right again, hit Group. This will group all your objects together to make one object. So that's it. That's the basic cookie cutter design. Okay, so now we're going to look at a slightly more advanced option of making a cookie cutter. Still pretty basic, but it's a step above the last tutorial. So to begin, you're going to want to start off with an SVG file. This is important because that's the only type of file that TinkerCAD will accept. So once you have your SVG, you can come up here, go to Import, choose File, locate your SVG, drag and drop. And now you see that TinkerCAD came up with an error. It's saying that workspace is limited to 1000 and length is at 11,000. So we're going to change this to 1000 and import. See, it's still pretty big. So to resize, again, just click and then Shift, then left click, and then drag. I'm going to bring mine down to about 76. .75 is good enough. So to move your object, you're going to want to select and then double left click and hold. There you go. And then just drag it over to your workspace. There we go. Okay, so now you're going to want to make a second copy of this, so you can just select Control C and then Control V, drag that over. Okay, now you're going to want to make this, the second copy, around 2 or 3 millimeters smaller than your original. So Shift, left click, and then I'll do 3 millimeters, so bring it down to 72. And then you're also going to want to reselect this and then change the height to anything above 20. Okay, so now you're going to want to select both objects. Come up here to the top right, hit Align, hit the middle circle on the left, and then the middle circle in the middle. And there you go, that will align the two objects together. Just take a quick look, see if everything looks good, which it does. Then you can come back, select all your objects, and then hit Group. And there you go. Simple cookie cutter design using an SVG. Okay, so now that your cookie cutter design is finalized, you can go ahead and export. So to do that, you can come up here to the top right corner, hit Export, and it'll give you some options for different file types. You're going to want to hit STL, and then it'll begin downloading, and that's it, and then you're ready to slice your file and get it ready for 3D printing. Okay, so now that you've finalized your cookie cutter design, you can go ahead and open a Prusa slicer. That's the slicer we're going to use to allow us to print on the Prusas in the makerspace. So to begin, you're going to want to go to File, Import, Import STL, and then just find your file, open, and there it is. And then some settings we're going to want to look at. First off, we're going to want to look at printer. So we're going to select the original Prusa i3 MK3S printer, filament, PLA, and then print settings, the 0.2 millimeter slice height quality MK3. And then 15% infill will be fine, and that's about it for the settings. So then you can go ahead and hit Slice Now. That will slice your object. Just visually inspect it to make sure there's no gaps or holes or anything. This looks good. And then once you're done, you can go ahead and hit Export G-code, and then rename and then save, and then bring it in on a flash drive into the makerspace, and then we'll have it printed for you.